You know, I was sitting in my study last week, looking through old letters from readers, and I came across one that stopped me cold. A woman from Ohio had written to me 15 years ago. She said, "I'm 43 years old and have given up on my dream of becoming a teacher. It's too late for me." Last month, she wrote again. Now 58, she never pursued that dream. She spent 15 years wondering what might have been. 15 years. That's 5,475 days of carrying the weight of an abandoned dream. I share this because I see you everywhere I go. Maybe not you specifically, but people just like you, walking around with invisible tombstones on their backs, carrying the graves of dreams they buried alive. And the most heartbreaking part, your dreams aren't dead. They're just waiting, whispering, sometimes screaming, in the quiet moments when you're alone with your thoughts. You might wonder why you should listen to me about this. I've spent 40 years studying human behavior, writing books, speaking to millions of people around the world. But more importantly, I was once you. At 30, I was teaching at a university, comfortable, secure. But there was this voice inside me that wouldn't shut up. It kept saying, write, speak, share what you know. Everyone told me I was crazy to leave Tenure. My own father, before he passed, said, "Dreams don't pay bills." But here's what I've learned after decades of studying successful people, fulfilled people, truly alive people. The ones who make it aren't the most talented. They're not the luckiest. They're the ones who understand a fundamental truth that you might be missing. Your dreams aren't luxuries. They're necessities. They're as essential to your psychological well-being as food is to your body. Think about this. When you were 5 years old, what did you want to be? An astronaut? A dancer? An inventor? You didn't question whether it was possible. You just knew. That knowing, that certainty, that's your authentic self speaking. But somewhere along the way, you learned to distrust that voice. You learned to be realistic. You learned to settle. I remember meeting a man in Detroit, successful lawyer, beautiful house, miserable. He told me, "I make $300,000, 0 cents a year, and I feel dead inside." You know what his dream was? To teach music to inner hoodie kids. But his father convinced him that wasn't practical. So for 20 years, he practiced law, while his soul practiced dying. This is what Carl Jung called the unlived life. It's the most common cause of the depression you might be feeling. Not chemical imbalances, not trauma. It's the slow suffocation of the person you were meant to be. Every day you don't pursue your dream, a part of you dies. Not dramatically, quietly, like a plant without water. You see, your dreams aren't random. They're not wishful thinking. They're your soul's GPS. They're trying to guide you toward your authentic life. When you ignore them, you're not just missing opportunities. You're betraying yourself at the deepest level. I want you to understand something. The universe doesn't make mistakes. If you have a dream, you have the capacity to achieve it. Not the guarantee, the capacity. But you might never test that capacity. You let fear make your decisions. Let me share something from my book, The Power of Intention. I wrote about a woman named Sarah, 52 years old, 3 kids, divorced, working as a receptionist. Her dream? To become a doctor. Everyone laughed. Too old, they said. Too expensive. Too hard. You know where Sarah is now? She's an emergency room physician in Phoenix. Started medical school at 53, graduated at 57. She told me, those 4 years were going to pass anyway. I could either be 4 years older with a medical degree or 4 years older with regret. That's the thing about your time. It passes whether you're pursuing your dreams or running from them. But when you're running, time feels like a thief. When you're pursuing, time becomes your ally. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I have responsibilities. I have bills. I have people depending on me. I'm not telling you to be irresponsible. I'm telling you that the most irresponsible thing you can do is model a life of quiet desperation for your children. What message are you sending them? That dreams are for other people? That security is more important than fulfillment? Your children don't need a perfect parent. They need an authentic one. They need to see you struggling towards something meaningful. They need to see you falling and getting back up. They need to see that dreams are worth fighting for. I think about my own mother. Raised 3 boys alone after my father left. Worked 2 jobs. But she never gave up her dream of getting an education. I watched her study at the kitchen table after we went to bed. Graduated from college at 48. You know what that taught me? That your dreams don't have expiration dates. But here's where you might get stuck. You think pursuing dreams means making dramatic changes overnight. Quitting your job, moving across the country, starting from zero. Sometimes it does, but usually it's smaller than that. It's taking 1 class, writing 1 page, making 1 phone call. Your dreams are achieved in inches, not miles. The real enemy isn't your circumstances, it's your conditioning. You've been taught from childhood to fit in, to be reasonable, to not rock the boat. But every great achievement in human history came from someone who refused to be reasonable. Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about it, he said, "I haven't failed. I've found 1,000 ways that don't work." That's the mindset shift you need. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a component of success. Every no gets you closer to yes. Every setback teaches you something you needed to know, but you might quit at the first failure. You take it as a sign you're on the wrong path. No. It's a sign you're on a path. And that's more than most people can say. I want to talk to you about fear. Because that's really what we're discussing. Your fear of failure. Your fear of judgment. Your fear of success. Yes, success. Because success means change, and change terrifies you. You'd rather stay in familiar misery than risk unfamiliar joy. I see this pattern in you. You get close to your dreams, then sabotage yourself. You get the call back for the audition and suddenly get sick. You're offered the promotion and find reasons why it won't work. You meet someone wonderful and push them away. Why? Because, deep down, you don't believe you deserve your dreams. This is what I call your worthiness wound. It usually started in your childhood. Someone, maybe a parent, maybe a teacher, maybe a peer, told you that you weren't good enough, smart enough, talented enough, and you believed them. That belief became your operating system. Now, every time you get close to success, that old program kicks in. Who do you think you are? It whispers. People like you don't get to have dreams. But here's the truth. That voice is lying to you. It's not even your voice. It's an echo from your past. And echoes have no power unless you give them power. You are worthy of your dreams simply because you have them. The universe doesn't give dreams to people who can't achieve them. If you can conceive it, truly conceive it, not just wish for it, but see it, feel it, taste it, then it's possible for you. I learned this from studying with Abraham Maslow, the great psychologist. He talked about self-actualization, becoming who you really are, not who your parents wanted you to be, not who society expects you to be, who you are. And you know who you are by paying attention to what lights you up, what makes you lose track of time, what you do for free, but you might be so disconnected from yourself you don't even know what you want anymore. You've spent so long meeting others' expectations, you've lost touch with your own desires. If that's you, start small. What did you love as a child? What subjects made you lean forward in school? What activities make you feel most alive now? Your dreams leave clues. They show up in what you read, what you watch, who you admire, what you daydream about. Pay attention. Your soul is trying to tell you something. Now let me address another fear you might have. The fear of starting late. I'm too old, you tell yourself. Too old? Compared to what? Colonel Sanders was 62 when he franchised KFC. Laura Ingalls Wilder didn't publish her first Little House book until she was 64. Grandma Moses didn't start painting until her 70s. Your age is irrelevant. What matters is your aliveness. I've met 25-year-olds who are already dead inside, and 75-year-olds who are just getting started. The question isn't how old you are, and here's something else about your timing. You think there's a perfect time to start. When the kids are older, when you have more money, when you have more time, but perfect time is a myth. It's your delay tactic. The only time you have is now, this moment, while you're listening to these words. I want to share something from the Tao Te Ching, which I've spent years studying and translating. Lao Tzu wrote, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, not a leap, a step, one small, imperfect, courageous step in the direction of your dreams." But here's what stops you. You look at the 1,000 miles and feel overwhelmed. You think about all the steps and get exhausted before you begin. Don't do that. Just focus on your next step, just one. What's one thing you can do today, however small, that moves you toward your dream? Maybe it's Googling classes. Maybe it's buying a sketchbook. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation. Maybe it's writing one paragraph, one step. That's all. You see, your dreams aren't achieved through massive action. They're achieved through consistent action. Small things done repeatedly. A writer friend of mine wrote a best-selling novel by committing to write just 200 words a day. That's less than this paragraph. In a year, she had a book. But consistency requires something you might lack: self-trust. You have to believe that your small actions matter, that they're adding up to something, even when you can't see progress, even when people doubt you, even when you doubt yourself. This is where you might quit. The middle. The messy middle where you've started but haven't arrived, where you're too far to turn back but can't see the finish line, where your initial excitement has worn off but the reward hasn't appeared. This is your danger zone. I call it the desert. Every dream journey has a desert, a place where you question everything, where you wonder if you're crazy, where you're tempted to turn back. But your desert isn't a detour. It's the way. It's where you develop the strength, wisdom, and character to handle your dream when it arrives. Because here's something nobody tells you. Achieving your dream isn't just about external success. It's about your internal transformation. The person you are now can't complete the journey. You have to become someone new along the way, someone braver, someone more persistent, someone who trusts themselves. This is why shortcuts don't work for you, why lottery winners often end up broke, why sudden fame destroys people. They got the external result without the internal development. The dream arrived, but they weren't ready for it. Your struggles aren't obstacles to your dream. They're preparation for it. Every challenge is developing a quality you'll need. Every setback is teaching you something essential. Every doubt you overcome makes you stronger. Think about my friend Ram Dass, who wrote Be Here Now. He had a massive stroke that left him partially paralyzed. Most people would see that as the end of their dreams. Ram Dass saw it as a new chapter. He said, I used to give speeches, now I give silence. It's much more powerful. That's the ultimate secret. Your dreams might not look exactly like you imagined. They might come in different packages, through different doors. But if you stay open, if you keep moving, if you trust the process, they come. But you have to do your part. The universe responds to your action, not your intention. You can't just wish. You can't just affirm. You have to move. Even when you're scared. Especially when you're scared. Fear is just excitement without breath. Breathe, then move. I want to address something else. The people in your life who don't support your dreams, the ones who say you're being unrealistic, impractical, selfish, these people aren't your enemies. They're scared. Your dreams trigger their own abandoned dreams. Your courage highlights their cowardice. Your movement emphasizes their stagnation. Don't argue with them. Don't try to convince them. Just love them and keep moving. Your success will be the argument. Your fulfillment will be the evidence. Some will come around, some won't. That's okay. You're not responsible for their comfort with your growth, but find your people. The ones who believe in impossible things. The ones who encourage your wildest dreams. The ones who see your potential when you can't. You need champions. If you don't have them in your life, find them in books, in podcasts, in online communities. Don't journey alone. And remember this, your dreams aren't just for you. When you abandon your dreams, you rob the world of your gifts. That book you're supposed to write, someone needs to read it. That business you're supposed to start, someone needs what you'll offer. That art you're supposed to create, someone needs to see it. Your dreams are your contribution, your way of adding to the sum total of human joy and wisdom and beauty. When you say no to your dreams, you say no to everyone who would have been touched by them. I think about all the people who gave up, all the books that were never written, all the songs never sung, all the inventions never created, all the lives never touched. It's a tragedy. Don't add to it. You have something unique to offer, something only you can give, not because you're special in a grandiose way, because you're special in a specific way. Your combination of experiences, insights, and perspectives has never existed before and will never exist again. That's not ego, that's fact. But here's the paradox. To achieve your dreams, you have to let go of them. Not abandon them, release them, hold them lightly. Because your attachment creates desperation, and desperation repels what you want. This is what I learned from studying A Course in Miracles. You have to want your dreams, but not need them. You have to pursue them, but not grasp them. You have to work toward them, but not worship them. Your happiness can't depend on achieving them. Your happiness makes achieving them possible. It's like holding a bird. Hold too tight, you kill it. Hold too loose, it flies away. You need just the right touch. Firm, but gentle. Committed, but not attached. This is the art of your dream pursuit. And what if you fail? What if you give everything and don't achieve your dream? I'll tell you what I told my daughter when she asked me this. Honey, the only real failure is not trying. Everything else is education. Because here's the truth. The person you become in pursuit of your dreams is the real prize. The courage you develop, the persistence you build, the faith you cultivate, these stay with you regardless of outcome. These transform you regardless of results. I know a woman who spent 10 years trying to become a professional singer, never made it. You know what she told me? I didn't become a famous singer, but I became a fearless person. I learned to put myself out there, to handle rejection, to keep going. Now I use those skills in everything I do. The dream led me to myself. That's your secret. Your dreams are vehicles. They're taking you somewhere, not just to external achievement, but to internal realization, to the person you're meant to be. So what's your dream? The one you've pushed down? The one you've called impossible? The one you've been too scared to say out loud? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? More importantly, what would you do if you knew failure didn't matter? If the journey was the destination, start there. Start with admitting it to yourself. Write it down. Say it out loud. Tell someone. Make it real. Because your dreams die in darkness, but thrive in light. Then take one step. Not tomorrow, today. One small, imperfect, courageous step. Then another, then another. Not because success is guaranteed, but because aliveness is. You see, in the end, you won't regret the chances you took. You'll regret the chances you didn't take. You won't regret the dreams you pursued. You'll regret the dreams you abandoned. You won't regret living fully. You'll regret living safely. Your time here is limited. You have an expiration date. The question is, will you expire having truly lived? Will you leave this world having shared your gifts, having pursued your purpose, having honored your dreams? Or will you leave with your music still in you, with your book unwritten, with your love unexpressed, with your dreams buried beneath a lifetime of someday? The choice is yours. It's always been yours. Not your parents, not society's, not your spouse's. Yours. So choose. Choose courage over comfort. Choose growth over safety. Choose dreams over doubts. Choose to believe that you're here for a reason, that your dreams matter, that it's not too late, that you're not too old, too young, too broke, too anything. You're exactly where you need to be to begin, with exactly what you need to begin, which is simply the willingness to begin. Your dreams are calling you. They've always been calling you. The question is, will you finally answer? Will you finally say yes to the life that's waiting for you? Will you finally give yourself permission to become who you really are? The world needs what you have to offer. We need your perspective, your creativity, your solution, your gift. Don't deprive us of it. Don't deprive yourself of the joy of giving it. Start now. Start small. But start. Because every moment you wait is a moment you can't get back. Every day you postpone is a day less to live your dreams. You have one life, one chance, one shot at being fully, authentically, courageously you. Don't waste it on other people's expectations. Don't sacrifice it for false security. Don't trade it for approval. Live it. Live it fully. Live it fearlessly. Live it now. Your dreams aren't just possible, they're waiting. They're waiting for you to be brave enough to claim them, to work for them, to become worthy of them through your effort and growth and persistence. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for the fear to go away. It won't. Do it afraid. Do it uncertain. Do it anyway. Because on the other side of your fear is your life, your real life, the life you were born to live, the life that's calling you right now in this moment as you hear these words. Answer the call. Trust the journey. Begin today. Your dreams are not too big. You're not thinking too big. If anything, you're thinking too small. Whatever you're imagining, the universe can top it. But you have to show up. You have to play your part. You have to take the first step. So take it. Take it now. Take it afraid. Take it imperfectly. But take it. Because your dreams aren't just dreams. They're your destiny calling. And destiny doesn't wait forever. The time is now. The person is you. The dream is real. All that's missing is your yes. Say it. Say yes to your dreams. Say yes to your potential. Say yes to the life that's waiting for you. The universe is listening. It's always been listening. It's been waiting for you to finally speak your truth, to finally claim your path, to finally start the journey you were born to take. Don't make it wait any longer. Don't make yourself wait any longer. Your dreams are calling. It's time to answer. It's time to begin.